Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome back to Gaming with Goody, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you my very first multiplayer, which is called Wrecking Zone on Crackdown 3. The file size weighs in at 5.2 gigabytes, so I have a feeling that it wasn't available until I think a day after the launch, so it feels like it's still sort of in the beta. But it's still very much playable, and it's actually, this is the retail release. So as you can see, I'm blowing through walls right there, and most of everything in this map and these maps are actually destructible. I mean, you can just blow right through them, you can punch through them, you can destroy them. And the object here is you kill the other agents, like you're on teams. I'm on the blue team, by the way. And if I see a red team agent, which I will need to kill that agent, and they will leave like a coin, and then I collect their coin, and I have 10 seconds to collect it. And then if I collect it, I get a coin for my team. And the very first one to get 25 coins wins the match. So I'm hoping that makes sense to you. And in the meantime, you can get like power-ups where you use your left bumper and right bumper. That's what those little red tokens are that are on the statues and stuff. That's for power-ups. Now, there's a lot of controversy to this Wrecking Zone mode, because, like, you know, when this was shown during the very first and second E3, there was much more detail in you know, in Wrecking Zone, because this is powered by the cloud, you know, like by Microsoft servers. And you know, they were debating whether they could put more power into games, you know, through a broadband connection, if they could boost up the graphical and processing power through bandwidth and run it through the cloud. Watch it blow this guy's butt off. Well, I'll try to anyway. But anyways, back to the game. Yeah, they wanted to add power to the home console systems through the cloud. And this game, you know, some of the first builds was way more detailed than this. And of course, this game, you know, like I said in my other video when I reviewed the campaign mode, this game got tossed around, you know, with like half a dozen developers. And, you know, I gave the campaign a 7. This whole mode right here is a lot different than the campaign. It's a lot more complicated to have put together, and I really appreciate what they've done here. You know, to make these maps totally destructible, and to try to have real-time physics, like if a ceiling drops, it's going to drop on the floor below it, and the debris are going to fall, and so forth and so on. So you have a lot more that the console's doing, that the game's doing, that it has to calculate this whole map, and different people are putting holes, and destruction is going on everywhere in real time. So, you know, I don't think that's ever really truly happened in a game before. And, you know, I saw a demo where it had physics, like if you were to shoot through the walls in a circle, it would be just like in real life, like gravity. That part of the wall would fall through and fall backwards. So the way they're trying to pattern gravity and, just destruction in general. They're trying to give it some laws of physics in this game, which is fun. So there, like I said, the controls in this game at times feels a little bit wonky. Ouch. Anyways, this game here reminds me kind of like of Halo, this mode, like Halo and Call of Duty and maybe Battlefield all into one, and then something of its own on top of that. So I think that this right here, they just got it up enough, for people to play it and for it to be released and to show the potential of what this mode can do, with these different maps and everything, and how the destruction can work. And there's plenty of room for improvement in the cloud. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm showing you this whole match, which lasts 10 minutes. I did have a few connection problems. Like, it took a little bit of time for me to connect. I have a feeling that's where it's a new game, It has to stretch out its legs and work out the quirks and the bugs, out of the game. And I'm pretty sure there's high traffic on the network too, since this is a new release. People wanting to connect and play these matches. So it took me about 10 minutes to get a 10-minute game going. But I must tell you, even though the detail isn't as much as you can bust out a piece of a window, or even though it doesn't look like almost like 4K, they at E3 or whatever, even though the graphics have been kind of dumbed down, to be honest with you, this mode, I still find something unique about it and fun. I mean, it's really fun. It's just really great to destroy things, and you can destroy them in humorously way, or can't even talk, in a funny way. You can destroy things, like in these statues, how I'm blowing their butts up and just shooting them and everything. And it's just fun, just blowing things up. I mean, if you're a guy, it's in your DNA. I don't know, some girls like to blow things up too. If you guys like to blow things up, tell me in my comments section below. Tell me if you like this wrecking zone mode, and tell me some ideas for the future of what they can do with this mode. I'm thinking that they can maybe add like a land sort of map and have like vehicles and cars and going through walls and having a destruction going on. That would be kind of cool. Who knows? You could drive through buildings, fall through buildings, smash people downward. If you get like all these cars and trucks involved, that would be kind of a neat map. Or some of the robot guys, if you could maybe add a little more characters, like some of the robot guys from inside the game, and have like agents against robots, like some of the villains in the games. Instead of like red agents against blue agents, you could actually have villains against agents, that sort of thing. And I think that would be a pretty cool playlist too. Let me think of one more idea. It's kind of a lame idea. The past, I'd say 8 years, everything has been going to like zombies. So why not? Why not have some like some kind of super powered up zombies in these suits, and they can bust through walls and whatnot, and just have like them coming at you, and then you have to fight the zombies like a zombie mode. And You know, that I think that would be kind of neat to have a zombie mode. And then, you know, last but not least, maybe a sports or a football sort of mode, play off of that. Well, anyways, my 10 minutes is almost up, and I'll actually give Wrecking Zone 8 out of 10, which is 1 point higher than the campaign mode. Anyways, you guys keep playing and having fun. I'll see you guys next video.